Hey, everybody, look who I have. I am thrilled to have the OG Linda G on my channel.
Hola, everybody.
Guys. Oh, darn it. I'm going to have to turn that off.
I don't know why you sound so faint. I can't seem to get a good
volume. You can't hear me?
I can hear you, but I'd like it to be higher. Oh, hold on 1 second, you guys. 1 second. Jacob.
Tech support.
Tech support. Hold on.
While she's getting her tech support, let me know if you can hear me, because if you guys can't hear me, then I got a problem on my end. Good to see everybody. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are all doing well. So good to see you guys in the chat. Linda's getting tech support. I just want to point out that my dog let me borrow this. This is actually my dog's holiday costume. Good. Thank you, Kimberly. And this is my ugly sweater, you guys. Now, honestly, I know you can't see this, but this is like, honestly, this is like somebody's AstroTurf. There's a golf course missing their AstroTurf. And it jingles. Good. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. You can't get you can't get the whole picture of this thing. Look at this. But you know what? It has pockets. It has pockets, so that's good. Uh-oh. Linda's having tech support issues.
Just the volume. It's really bad.
All right. Just the volume. Nobody, how ugly. Thank you, T-Barb. Nobody's ever said anything so nice to me. And you guys, look at the stripes.
Let me go here.
We should not be wearing, I should not wear stripes. It's got stripes on the back. It's like a football, somebody's football field that cut it into a sweater.
No.
The 50-yard line is somewhere on here somewhere. And I don't know what these balls are. I mean, what is this? You know, like.
It's not coming through the speakers.
Oh man, I broke.
But I don't know how to change it.
It's on the bottom right.
Computer. It does have a snowflake.
Camera, microphone.
Listen, I like it because you can take it off. You know, like if you had to wear this someplace, you could take it off and it wouldn't be so hot.
Thing is,
yeah.
Right click it.
Yeah, we can hear you, Linda.
Yeah, right click it.
Right click it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on a second, you guys.
Hold on. She's fixing it.
Button.
What do I do? Here?
Change to speed. Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you fine, dear.
Now she can't hear me.
No, I think the audio is not coming through at all now.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You can't hear me. That's the problem.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Linda. Look at the chat.
I'll just use that then. Thanks, honey.
I can't do it.
Yeah, my son will look at it later. Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I got such a big mouth, even if it was on mute, you'd hear me.
Me too. Me too.
Merry
I'm sorry
Christmas,
that it's not
everybody.
working.
Huh?
I'm sorry that you can't hear me too well. I mean, I have a big mouth. I mean, people can hear me 3 houses down.
Whatever my son did, it helped.
Oh, good, good. So show us your shirt. You guys got to check out.
So I have, due to inflation, this is my ugly Christmas sweater shirt. I couldn't get an ugly one soon enough. I'd given that bunch of Christmas ones away last year.
Oh, I'm going to give this away tomorrow.
I love that it's turf. That's so cool.
Hey, I'll send it to you if you would like that. Oh my God, it really is AstroTurf or a recycled Christmas tree. I don't know what.
You know, I got that like AstroTurf stuff, that fake grass, you know, from my backyard because my female dog, the urine leaves burn stains. I got a brand new lawn put in when I moved in here and it was ruined by the time Lulu was 6 months.
Oh.
So I contacted a place that does this kind of fake lawn for dogs. It's pet proof, but it's expensive.
Oh.
So I kind of worried. It took 2 days. They dig down in the dirt. They put holes in the dirt. They put all this stuff on it, I guess, because they don't stink or nothing. My upper lip stinks more than that. And all of a sudden, they were done. And I thought, geez, I hope the dogs go on this and not to the side of the house. And they both proceeded to get on that $7,000 carpet and take a crap. Oh, look at this nice carpet. Oh, this is nice. We'll take a nice big dump on the $7,000 carpet. They had no problem with it.
Well, you know what? I can send you this, and if you ever get a hole in it, you can patch it with
There you go. And I love your antlers. That's so cute. That's a great idea. Get it from the toy store. I mean,
it's my dogs. It's my dog's antlers. I'm like, yeah, this'll work. I think at one time they lit up, but they're past their due. The batteries run out on the lighting up, so that's not going to happen anymore.
I see you got a little festive thing behind you there. I see little bulbs.
Yeah. They're supposed to be Christmas trees, but one on the side just looks like a black blob, and the other one looks like, I mean, I don't even know. I'm like, can it look like a Christmas tree on this video? Yeah, so that's a struggle. It's been a struggle, Linda.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle.
Yeah. So hi, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thank you guys for joining us. This is pretty
Happy holidays.
Fun. Yes. There's a lot of really awesome people in the chat as per usual. Thank you for joining us.
You got a good crowd here, girlfriend. So one of my friends wrote me and told me that Whimsy had a dream about me, and to be sure to go on her to look at her last video. So I was curious. Geez, I hope it's not bad news. She saw me getting sliced in half, you know. So I listened. She said I had this dream and it was so real. She said I dreamt Linda had a neighborhood party, which I've never done, but like a block party. She said all these people were there, including all the psychics, and everybody was there, and everybody was dancing and celebrating because we knew Trump was in jail.
Yes.
Hell to the yeah. I said, that's right, girlfriend.
Okay,
I said, thank you.
So parties at your house.
Parties at my house when all this stuff, but I never really saw them going to jail.
Yeah, they're going to jail. They really are going to jail.
I see him getting convicted, but I'm not quite sure what happens after that. I see him being a subpoena. I see him going to trial, but for some reason, I wasn't able to get jail. So we'll see.
I know, but do you think he'll be like taken out of power? I mean, do you think he'll be silenced? Because we just need to silence him.
Just now on MSNBC, they were talking about, you can't really take away what he represents and who he is. I said, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Because people are getting tired of it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He doesn't get enough votes to win. That's all there is to it. So he's a loser.
He is.
And the reason he fought so hard on that IRS thing was because he lied to everybody. But apparently he got a $71 million refund or something, and then he got looked at by, thank you, Constance.
Thank you, Constance.
He got looked at by the IRS. So remember, he said they were looking at him. That was it. If he has to pay him back, he's going to have to pay millions.
Wow. And do you think he has millions somewhere?
Well, yeah, he made $1.6 billion while he was in the White House.
Oh,
that was just released.
What?
I
know.
Do
you think we're going to see his taxes?
I think we will. I think we will. But let me tell you something. The IRS is very key. Not necessarily what's revealed now, but I feel because of his business lying like they did, it always reminds me of who was that mobster that finally went to jail because of the IRS?
Yeah. Right. That's
like
right.
He gets away, and then the IRS says, hey, you, buddy, here.
You cannot mess with the IRS.
The IRS. I also feel we're all kind of overdoing it with jumping to conclusions, because they're saying that January 6th commission is passing everything over. I already see Jack Black's pretty much got the notebook in hand and they might take a look at a couple of things, but they're not going by what they're saying. I hate to say it. Not that they're disregarding them.
Right.
But
Right.
I see big time trouble within the Secret Service.
Yes.
Because of some of the stuff they did. There's not that many of them, but there are some that were told, thank you, Marie. There's some that were just totally for Trump.
Right. So this leads me to a question. Do you see Trump fleeing? Do you see him like running away, leaving the country?
You know, it was so weird. While I was getting ready to be on your show, and I was, MSNBC was on in the background, and they were talking about the tax records, and I thought, yeah, I see them releasing some of it. I do. But what's really going to happen is because of the fraud that happened in this organization, I see the IRS coming back on. When it rains, it pours. Remember, we said people were throwing tomatoes at them.
Yeah, you said that. Yes.
And then what I see is what's really going to bring him down is taking those classified records.
Yes. And that's Smith, right? I mean, that's really what Jack Smith is.
Yeah.
That's his like focus. So do you think that he might like take a ship or a plane or run?
Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. So sorry. Thank you. The Alzheimer's is kicking up.
No, I'm just like,
when you asked me that, what I was flashing on was that he's going to be in trouble with the IRS. And I saw more so than anything, even though the sedition thing should be huge, was the fact that he's going to get hit with doing those records. And then I saw him trying to take off. I did see him trying to take off. You know, Saudi Arabia already said he's not welcome.
Did they really?
Yeah. But yet Jared was there and
I know, right? And Musk, what was that about? I mean, my God, the stuff these people do. Thank you, Barb.
Thank you, Barb. You know what? But they made it clear. Did you see all those men? They're all billionaires.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all sitting with their phones, all of them. And Jared and Musk had to stand in the back of the bus, dude.
And they looked worried. Didn't they look kind of like...
Even the body language. Did you see the body language?
Yeah, the body language.
That's what Trump does all the time. He does that all the time.
Yes, they didn't.
They were telling him they're a little tired of what he's doing. If you'll notice, he's calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, Trump has disappeared
because so many people are walking away, and Saudi Arabia is not going to get their money back.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So he's looking for a new CEO as we speak. Oh, and my friend Dan, I wonder if Dan's in here. My friend Dan said that Tesla is down under $90.
Yeah. It's going down, and he's trying to sell stock on for Twitter for what he bought it for, like $50 a share. I mean, he's in financial trouble, honestly.
Yes.
He's in financial trouble.
Hi, Kevin.
I don't know how that's going to work out for him.
Hi, Celtic Tarot. Hi, Frida, Butterfly. Sweet and salty. That's how I like it. Teresa, son of what?
I know.
I like that.
Lisa said Dan is not here. It's a holiday. People are working and shopping.
No. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Dan said he was coming.
All right. Well, he might show up. I don't know where the money went. Betty Cantrell wants to know where'd the money go. I mean, listen, he has a lot of bills. I mean, contrary to popular belief, this guy's overextended.
Yes.
You know? I mean, it's not like $1 million. There's nothing.
Did you hear they just found out that he was tapping into who's that guy that was running against our Reverend? Herschel Walker. He was taking money out of his thing. Yeah. He was doing a fake thing and he lied about something and he got money on behalf of Herschel Walker.
Oh my God. And you know, they're investigating his all that money that those people gave for Stop the Steal, because it was all based on not true. And none of that was true. So they just announced that they're investigating that money. That's going to be fraud, and that's mail fraud. That's we're talking a whole nother level of like those 17 counts that they did against the Trump org. It's going to be more. And now you're mentioning this thing about Walker. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy, really.
Lisa says Kevin needs a wrench.
Yep, I see that. I'm going to try to switch over here and get you a wrench, Kevin.
Oh, and also, did you all hear the news? It was just the media just announced it. Breaking news. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to meet with President Biden in Washington on Wednesday.
Oh my God. Wait, he's coming to Washington?
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Ava.
Thank you, dear. So he's coming to what? Did you say he's coming to Washington?
Oh.
Or is Biden going there? What? That is big.
Hey, Dan is here, but he can't come in because he wasn't a subscriber. That'll teach him. That'll teach him. So he's joined, but I guess you won't let him in right away or something.
I'm sorry, Dan.
That'll teach you, Dan.
I'm sorry, Dan. I don't. Oh, he's here now. There. I just saw him. I think I just saw him.
You saw him?
Yeah, I thought I did. I'm still looking for Kevin. Kevin, will you please?
Here he is. I just saw him. He says he's at 2:16 p.m. Thanks for donations, everyone.
Thank you guys so much.
Hi, Ron. Both Kevins need a wrench.
I know.
Here he is. There's Dan. I had to wait. Dan just told me this morning I got over 100,000 hits on my 2023 predictions. And
I know that thing is on fire, girl.
I don't understand why. I'm the same person, different day. I may have gained a pound or two, but that's the only difference.
Well, I don't know. Somehow there's some person out there living under a rock that doesn't know you.
I know, but I'm just shocked. And my numbers, my subscription numbers and stuff, it's like, I'm honored. I just can't believe it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Girl, you about to blow up.
And I retire next week. I don't do readings next week, paid readings.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's nice to have a break.
Yeah. But Dan said there's a lot of Trumpsters that he had to go in and block.
Oh, you're so lucky to have a Dan. And now
oh my God, he's wonderful. He charged me $720 an hour, but it's worth it. Or was that $7 an hour? Same thing.
I don't know, Dan, but I can't afford $700 an hour. I'll tell you that.
He does melt too. It can get really out of hand on my channel.
I can't even imagine. I really can't, to be honest with you.
Thank you, Christy.
Okay, I'm trying
to lucky girl.
I'm trying to catch Kevin so I can make him a moderator. The chat moves, so I'm like click. Hold
on.
Thank you, Christy.
I just saw him. Here he is. He's under Ron Unconditional Love.
Okay, I think I got Kevin.
2:18 p.m.
Okay,
Lisa Foster's underneath that.
All right, I got one of the Kevins. All right. Thank you guys so much for showing up today.
Thank you, guys. Hi, Wellbeing. So many nice people here.
I mean,
this community. Barbara's always so generous. You guys, I haven't sat down and gone through Kirsten's. I asked for people to donate towards her. I'm sure I got over $1,000, sure of it. So I just have to sit down and go through it, count it up. And then remember, YouTube takes half.
Yeah, it really does. It takes a chunk.
Yeah, but, less taxes for me to pay if they take half.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the only problem with getting donations. Oh, my God. Thank you guys so much. Yes.
How many people you got in the house, girlfriend?
I don't know. Let's see. We have 977. That's pretty good for me.
That's good.
Not bad for me. It's a record. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. People saw those demon horns. They said, "Hail Satan."
Happy holidays and hail Satan.
And I have the honor of having you come to Sedona.
Oh my God, I know.
Now, the unwritten rule is Linda goes first at the buffet.
I knew you were going to say at the buffet. Okay, thanks for telling me that.
I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't want to cut in line. No.
No. Hey, listen, they get that crowd movement, but I will tell you something, you guys. I don't mean to talk about it all the time, but the food is so bloody good. It's so good. And they're pescatarian. I mean, what's that word for you eat the fish too?
Yeah. That's pescatarian.
I always say it pescatarian. Like I tell people, what is I'm a hypoglycemic. So I saw it the first time I was going. Oh, and they grow their own vegetables and everything. I'm thinking, oh, they're real health conscious. I'll probably drop a couple of pounds while I'm there.
I doubt it.
The food was through the roof. Through the roof, delicious.
I cannot wait. So you sold out that and your
pescatarian. Thank you. Yeah, we sold out in 48 hours and nobody's canceling because I got a wait list this long,
Uh-oh.
Reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. But whatchamacallit? Hi, Liz. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. So Linda has to she has to go in a little bit because she's got a big party tonight.
No, I got another 30 minutes or so. I'm doing what did you call it? What is
bunko.
It called?
Well, you're bunko, but it's really it's not really a bunko party.
It's the bunko girls from Lynn. And when I had cancer, I moved near my sister. And those gals that were in her this is her neighborhood. The boys all went to school together. They showed up my door every night with a plate with food to give to me and my family. Of course, as soon as they gave it to me, I said, what's the kids going to eat? But anyway. So I've never forgotten that. So they invite me to a lot of their events. Like this is an annual Christmas thing. We do white elephant or something like that.
Yeah, the white elephant. Yeah.
And you're not supposed to say what you got.
And
you get to pick and someone can steal from you.
White elephant. I would pay money because she's scheming to get that gift, right? I mean, that's what you do, a strategy, right? You want that gift, so you trade them out,
Right. Well, the cops were only called one time. I was so pissed. I knocked that bitch out. Oh, hell no, you're not taking my gift.
Just the one time, right?
Just
now what they do is
they called one time.
The truth of the matter is they make all of y'all put your cell phones in the bathroom and they lock them up in there so y'all can't call the cops. Things are getting rowdy, some elbows.
And then one of the friends, she has her annual, we haven't been able to go for a couple of years because of COVID, Academy Awards. It's just wonderful. And I have a friend who I read who's an Academy Award winner. And I would love for her to come up sometime and say, hey, why don't you come to our Academy Award party? But she's very, she's not a talker. She doesn't talk about that, which she shouldn't. But when we'd love for her to spiel what she knows. Thank you, Virginia.
Thank you, Virginia. That would be awesome. Oh my God, that would be awesome. An old babushka doll. So Cindy P has a white elephant for school tomorrow, and it's an old babushka doll that she's throwing in there.
Oh,
people get rude. People put like toothbrushes or like batteries or just terrible things. And yes, they do. Yeah. Linda G's like, no, I'm not going now. Not.
So listen, you guys, I was looking for something for the children of the Ukraine. And apparently, the actor who was in 2012, what's his name? John.
Oh, no, I'm terrible.
He's got a sister that's in the business, John.
Help us out in the chat.
He had, these guys know everything. All I got to do is say, hey, 2 syllables.
It's wiki chat.
2 syllables, dumb. Second word, ass. Cusack. John Cusack.
They just like that. They're like
they got it. Oh, we know the dumbass you're talking about, girlfriend. We got that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's not a dumb, not him though. He's a very nice man. So yeah, there was an earthquake, 6.4. Apparently my phone went off at 2 something, but my kids and I went and saw the new Avatar movie last night.
Oh, how was it?
Towards the end, it was really good. 3 hours.
Oh my God. So wasn't
it was fantastic on the screen. We went to the big, with the Dolby and all that. I paid extra, but you still got these young kids. God love them. I want to get mad, but they're kids. Up and down, walking, passing, and it's like, why are you wasting my time here? Fortunately, they weren't talking because my kids get very embarrassed because I tend to say, shut up.
Sit down. So are you saying that you had the earthquake when you were in the movie theater?
No. So we got home and I was exhausted. We didn't get home till 11 something.
Okay.
I barely got through the drive-thru at McDonald's. And so I'll have a double cheeseburger. Actually, we didn't go through McDonald's. But anyway, so I was out like a light, girlfriend. I'd never heard a thing. When I woke up and I saw on my phone, urgent, earthquake. And then I'm looking at Ferndale. I'm thinking, where the hell's Ferndale? And then I started seeing it was Eureka. And that's like 4 miles north of me.
Oh my God.
So we didn't feel a thing. And normally I get ear ringing. Oh my God. Yesterday I did get ear ringing.
There you go.
Oh my God. But if it's really, the one in Japan?
Yeah.
I had a client at Angel Heart. And when I was reading her, all of a sudden my ears started to ring and I got dizzy and nauseous.
Oh.
And I said, I said, there's going to be a pretty big earthquake somewhere. I think that very next day was the one in Japan.
Oh my gosh.
But it affected me physically. This one, it was just a little ringing in my ear.
Well, it must have been why it didn't really affect you, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a little further away. So I wonder if it was really in your neighborhood, if you'd be like,
Maybe. Because that one that was right underneath our house, the 4 something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shook my house up pretty good. That was fun.
I saw
I've
that.
been in so many earthquakes. Back in the day when I was much younger, we'd have these earthquakes and all I worried about spilling my cocktail. Shoot. Hold the bus. Cocktail coming through.
You Californians are made of something different. I'm telling you. You guys can roll with those. You can roll with the earthquake.
What are you talking, girlfriend? Texas had a good sized one the other day too.
Did we? I don't know. Sometimes I just think it's Ted Cruz, like hitting the floor from drinking too much or something. Oh, Lord.
Can you believe him posting that nude photo of?
No, I can't.
Of Hunter Biden, which, by the way, is been clipped in. They put the head of which made me disappointed because that was a great body. Excuse me, I got to stretch this one out a little.
Is this a centerfold?
But it was fake. And then they had a picture of Hunter Biden with this woman. And they were like, look at this. And you look at the neck and you can see the cut. You can see where it's fake.
You can see the line where they copy and pasted it.
Like the Biden, the Hunter Biden computer. Well, that was not in continuity of care. If it was something to be used in criminal, they'd have to prove where it's been. Right. And Bannon even admitted he added some stuff to it.
Oh, Lord. Mm-mm. That's like those NFTs of Trump. People are going online and saying, here's the Amazon Halloween costume that they used. And then they just put Trump's head on it. It's the same thing.
And it's got the watermark on it. So he's getting ready to get sued.
Yes.
All the money he made is leaving.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I don't know. It's like, I can't tell if he's really super smart or if he's really that dumb.
Right. And good news, by the by, you guys, good news on they just announced Alex Jones. The bankruptcy court said he can't bankrupt the money he owes those people.
Yeah, he has to pay it. He can't get out of it. And that's a lot of money. Wasn't that like $1 billion?
1 point something billion. Yeah.
Golly.
And then he had the nerve to go in his show, which pissed the judge off, and say, "Oh, don't worry, you guys, I can file bankruptcy." What an idiot.
What an idiot. Well, I'm just glad these judges are starting to wake up and rule for the court of law, for justice, you know, instead
there you go. But it's
know,
a big conspiracy, as you know, if you listen to Trump.
Yes, I know. Except for his judge, Eileen Cannon, you know, she's brilliant, you know.
What happened to her, by the by? I haven't heard a word about her.
Well, they snatched that stuff out of her court, so now she's a nobody. And I think, you know, and I think they disbar Rudy Giuliani.
They're getting ready. It's still with the court. They'll disbar him. They'll disbar him.
And then, so I think that's going to send a message to some of these other judges, you know, and attorneys, that you can't just run amok. We have a law, we have justice. You have to.
You know, there's so much pressure on Trump. You know, he's got to be feeling his blood pressure must be through the roof. I wonder if his mushroom is even functioning.
Do you think it ever did? Well, I guess he has Bannon. Good Lord, something jumped off my table.
I'm sure he takes some medication to help get the mushroom head working.
Oh my God. Girl, I don't think they have enough. Whatever it is, I don't think they have enough to make that happen. He might actually be using the hand pump. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I know you a nurse.
But you know, he's 76 or something. I'm sure his energy, he loves beautiful women and he always will, but I'm sure he can't be active like he used to be.
No, he really can't. I mean, seriously. He's feeling his depends. It's true. He is.
Kyle wants to know what happened to Matt Gaetz. Has he disappeared? I thought I just saw something on him.
No, he's still being Matt Gaetz. He's still being an idiot. But I think
he doesn't want McCarthy, right?
No, he doesn't like McCarthy. But I think they're going to take him out. Don't you think they're going to get him eventually? Because I kind of see next year being bad for him.
I've always seen that.
Okay.
And also that I've always seen the guy that does Twitter. What's his name?
Musk. Yeah.
I've always seen him going down hard.
Well, it's coming true right before our very eyes. I never saw that, but he is coming. It's true. Like, look at him. He's overextended in Twitter. Tesla's crashing. I think he needs to get out of Twitter because I think that Biden is watching him. And I mean, he does the SpaceX stuff. You know, if he gets on the wrong side of the government's just going to take that contract and give it to somebody else, you know?
Yes.
I think
the Saudis are mad at him too. The Saudis are mad at him.
Apparently everybody's mad at him. Big dummy. I mean, he was like, you know, I never really liked him. I never really understood that fan club, but at least he was safe. And now he's going to, like you're saying, I think he's going to lose everything potentially, really.
Hey, Don Daniels just wrote and said, I'm 70 and everything still works. Original joints and everything.
But Don, you're not Trump, honey.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't look like him.
Yeah, you're not eating Big Mac.
Yes, I see Adam Schiff taking Dianne Feinstein's place.
Oh, do you really?
I do.
Okay.
And you know, apparently this is just a rumor. Liz Cheney, they're talking about her being Speaker of the House. I don't see that, but I do see Liz Cheney running for president.
I do too. Yeah, she's serious. She's very serious. She's not going anywhere. She wants the presidency. I think she does.
She thinks she could win too, but she won't.
I don't think so either. See, I don't think she'll win either. But I do think that she could take some moderate Democrats with her because people are so happy that she's, you know, seen the light or whatever. I don't know. I just think she's.
Well, she still voted in Trump's favor on everything.
I agree. That's what I always say too. Absolutely. So what do you see for Ron DeSantis? I mean, because I see him.
Oh, Trump's going to spill. He's going to spill on him so badly. His tuchus is going to be in huge trouble. I can just see him in his white patent leather boots. His white knee-high patent leather boots. Stop being out of there. They can't treat me like this.
Oh Oh
I
my
heard
God.
his personality sucks.
Oh,
That's
I'm
what I
telling
heard.
you. It's like
Rumor
milk.
has it.
Yeah, yeah. So do
My
you think
guys
that,
don't like me to talk trash, but I'm talking
well,
trash because he's
I'm
not a very good man.
welcome to my world. My guys are always saying the same thing. That's very low vibration, Susan. I'm like, but it's the truth.
I know. Remember when I told everybody we got to get off the Trump train? My guys said, quit thinking negative. And
Yeah.
people were mad at me. How could you? I said, I'm not asking you to forgive him. I'm just telling you, the more we focus with this negative, it doesn't hurt him, it hurts us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're rolling around in the mud with them.
So I cut down from 2 chili cheese hot dogs to 1 ever since I got off the descent. But a lot of people in Florida love him, but he's not going to be nationwide. He's not going to appeal, especially telling teachers what they can say and do and don't use the word gay. And he's overboard. He's gone overboard.
He's gone crazy, right?
Trump was crazy. Like Mexico's going to pay for the wall and all that. But, you know, not that crazy.
Not that crazy.
And Trump has some spiel on him, girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah. So he's gonna share that and take him out.
Share.
And Cheney's gonna spiel on everybody. I mean, she wants to take all of them out because they're all her enemy. You know what I mean? If she can get rid of them all, then she can sashay to the front of the Republican Party.
I just got a psychic flash. I just got her father encouraging her to run for president. I don't know why I just got that.
Because he probably is.
He'd love for her to be president of the United States. He really loves her. DeSatan said something to this one young constituent who then ran for Fed representative and won. Huh. Interesting. Thank you, Tweet. Tweet says you two gals are hysterical together.
You know, the thing about DeSatan, though, is he's like milk toast, or he's like burned toast. To watch him is just like, you can't even watch him and make fun of him. It's just not.
But those white patent leather shoes, for a while there, Twitter was having, people were doing, you know, people are so brilliant that way. It was so funny. Even like those cards that Trump was selling, some people got. I have one of him as a cowboy with a gut hanging over. It was so funny.
Yes, I love it. That's the Twitter I love and know. I hope it stays. I'm not sure if it will, but I hope.
Well, you know, I got accepted to post.
Did you?
And I went to log on and I can't figure it out. So I thought, well, you know, at least I got accepted. So I'll just stay here for a while and check it out. A lot of people are leaving now. I
know. Well, and he started throwing off all the journalists. And then he took that post. Did you see he took the poll where he said, should I step down from Twitter? And everybody said yes. And then he said, oh, we have to redo it. Now, only people with a blue check that you can buy can vote in the poll. I mean, he's really just a terrible.
Yeah, but the Saudis are telling him he needs to knock it off.
He is, yeah.
Because they're losing money.
I've never seen anybody besides Trump, and he's even going faster than Trump, blow themselves up.
But Trump's got some goodies. Trump has some goodies. I'm telling you right now, Trump is going to come out with some goodies.
That's going to be awesome. I would love to see that. I'm there for that.
I didn't know we were so funny. They're all saying, you guys are hysterical. I'm like, really?
We're funny.
We're funny. I think I'm pathetic, but anyway.
No, you're funny. You're funny. So, I just look funny.
Yeah.
I have to bring the visuals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you, people died. And you know, when I'm sitting there talking to people, it's like family. Mishpuka. Everybody's my mishpuka. And except my Jewish friend said, Linda, you wished everybody happy Passover. It's actually Hanukkah. I said, oops. Oops, clumsy me. I'm so sorry. Because, you know, my 5th grade grandmother was Jewish. She was Jewish Pole. Oh. And she came down from Poland to Ireland and married an Irishman, and they went to the United States.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
So I've got Jewish blood. And I've got a little African blood too, 3%.
3%. All
But
right.
we don't know what side of the family. I'm thinking it's my dad's side.
That's
because
cool.
the Goulsbury was his name. He was a Confederate. He was like my great grandfather. And I saw his gravesite, and all the slaves were buried next to him and his wife, and all they have is rocks. But it makes you wonder, because a lot of the people, the slaves, were intermarried or stuff like that. So
no, that's true. No, that's
but I
really
think I come from I can't even think of it, but it's definitely Africa. It's not South Africa. It's in Togo.
Togo.
Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. Wait, Kevin said he heard your dad's side, Linda. So he's talking to your people on the other side.
Oh, thank you. Because I'm like, what? Is my dad sitting there? Tell him where's my money?
Kevin, you're in the hot seat now, son. Kevin is a great medium. Really,
he is. I know he's going to be. We're going to be together. I think in next month. I'm going to be.
That's fantastic.
Oh, you know, I had a client come in, you guys, one time at Angel Heart. His name was Joe, and he had tats all over on his arms, on his legs, and he had the shorts on. Mexican guy, long hair, braided, beard, you know. And Carol says, Merry Christmas, life is a mindset.
Thank you, dear.
Carol says, your next client is out there standing by the door. And I thought, that's weird. Why did she tell him to come? You know, so I'm walking along because, you know, I was so busy at Angel that go through like cattle. Oh, move on.
I can't even imagine.
So I walk out and I said, is your name Joe? And he says, yeah. He had his arms. He had the arms like that.
Ah.
So I said, come on back. So he sits down and he says, first of all, I need to tell you something. I really don't believe in this stuff, but my neighbor swears by you. So he told me her name. I knew who she was. So I'm coming because of her. I said, okay, Joe, that's fine. Listen, if it works out, it works out. If it's not, if you're not feeling it, no money charged, we're good. Yeah. He said, okay. I said, first of all, I want to tell you, there's this little lady walking next to you, behind you, coming into the door here. Mama! That's my mama! And Carol ran in the door. She said, Linda, are you okay? I said, yeah, you know, don't worry.
Oh my God, you made him cry, man, baby.
I didn't even get, all I said is, who's that little tiny lady walking behind you? Because he was big, so who would have guessed his mother was a wee thing? And then I said, well, there's a taller Hispanic male here that, and he's wailing. And a poor Carol, she was so nervous. And he had his hands down like this, and he's crying. And then he looks up and he says, ask him where my money is.
No, that's where you got that line, is from this guy. He went from crying to like dead serious. Okay, that would scare me.
Yeah, he said, ask him where the money is. That's what he said.
Did you ask him where the money was?
I don't know if I did. I just know I was shocked. And I know everybody was scared because he was wailing so loud.
I guess.
So
wow.
He came back several more times. We really had a good time. He was
my God, imagine that.
But he loved his mommy. He loved his mommy,
but he wanted that money.
Scared me, though. Can you imagine this?
What scared me?
I just want you to know I don't believe in this crap. Who's that little lady? Mama!
Oh my God. But then he snaps into it and he wants to know where the money is, you know? So have you ever had somebody on the other side tell you where the money is? Because usually when people demand things from people in spirit, they're not very helpful.
Yeah, I've had people tell me, and I've actually had entities tell me where they put certain monies. Nice. They're very clear. What's interesting, when you cross, hey, SCR, thank you.
Thank you.
When you cross, money is not the issue over there.
Right.
I've had people on Earth who die, who were totally obsessed with money. And then when they get over there, they realize, or I even had this one lady when she first died, she was all through my office. She was buzzing, and I could see her daughter was overwhelmed.
Wow.
And she was still trying to control, like she thought she left everything to this daughter, and she was trying to tell me to tell her how to handle it. And I'm telling, lady, you need to just relax and go. Don't worry, she'll be okay. But she did a mean thing. She left everything to that daughter and nothing to the other daughter.
Oh,
which creates unhappiness between
yes,
two siblings.
yes. Oh, it's
And
terrible.
of course, this caused a rift between the two of them. Apparently, she still gave her sister some money, and I'm glad she did, because the sister ended up dying. So it was a good thing. But a lot of times when they go over there, like sometimes you'll hear about terrible issues that happen, with wills and oh my God, I didn't realize my brother would do this. People
Yes.
are shocked.
Yes.
And boy, I bet my dad is rolling in the grave, but their concern isn't about the money anymore, because they're in that realm.
That's right.
Their
Yeah.
concern is what their son did to his soul.
Right. It's yes. That's right.
It's like, oh God, you did that. You've ruined your soul. Why would you do this to your siblings and lie and take money?
Yes, I agree. I have seen that, where they come in, not where's the money, but share this with your sister, or you know what I mean? This money, I gave this money to the family. Why are you keeping it? You know what I mean? That's a heck of a
but they're not furious about it. That's
No.
lower energy forms. There may be some that are lower energy forms that do that, but thus far, the ones that I see, and I've heard some sad. There was this beautiful girl named Wendy who lost her father, and her mom and dad were divorced. And she adored him. He was her only, that was his only child. And he got cancer. And before he died, the brother talked him into leaving everything to him. He said, don't worry, I'll make sure Wendy gets everything. And then sure enough, he dies. And the brother took everything. Didn't even give her as much as a belt buckle.
Oh my gosh.
Then the brother dies, leaves it all to his son.
Oh my gosh.
So this poor girl, who's the biological daughter, got nothing.
Got nothing. See, it's nuts, right? It's nuts.
It's sad, but I meet so many. I don't know about you, but I meet so many great people who really don't care about the money. It's interesting, because their soul is more important.
Yes. I find on the other side, especially right now, because I'm still doing readings, people they're talking about cooking, like, oh, you're making that dish that I loved. You know what I mean? So they talk about the how did it make them feel, right? Like, I love that dish. You made it for me. It was my favorite. They talk about the emotions,
Right. And I'll see families cooking, setting a table and cooking.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, oh my God, you were right. In fact, today I think I read a lady that the grandma was a real good cook.
Oh,
my grandma was the best cook.
Fantastic. Is that where you got your recipes from?
Some of it, yeah. My mom had the good, the Mexican side. So, but I can't handle hot food. I may have Mexican blood in me. I cannot. But my white father could eat a Mexican man under the table with hot food.
Oh my God.
It was interesting. It's just because you're Mexican doesn't mean that
yeah, it's true.
I know a lot of people, Hispanic people, that say, girl, I can't handle hot food either.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I was in New Mexico. And no matter how much you beg them not to have the food spicy, I said, I want a steak. I don't want any seasoning on it. Nothing. It still was too spicy.
Yeah.
What do they feed the cows? Freaking spicy food? What the heck's going on?
I don't know, but you're right. New Mexico doesn't play with their spices. They do not play. Mm-mm.
And they have some of the best opal diamond jewelry. I need to go back out there. There was some beautiful jewelry.
Maybe you'll have another class. Maybe you'll do a class out in Santa Fe.
Oh, you mean like I do at
yeah.
Nah, I'm not going to do as much in classes as I'll probably just travel. Like Mel and I are going to do an event in Chicago, and a friend of mine, Mark, who's very good in the gay community in San Francisco. He runs all events. He's a wonderful guy. He said he'll hook me and Mel up with a little show to do, just intro. Well, we don't have to deal with the hotels and stuff. Just do readings.
I know. It's so hard. That's the hard part, right?
Yeah. John said, do you ever wish spirits would leave you alone? They never bother me. How about you?
They don't bother you if you have good boundaries. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you like ghosts don't bother you, Linda?
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, TikTok, time's up. Out.
That's a good boundaries. That's like office hours are done.
I never, sometimes they're really on me. Like before the bombing of Ukraine. Remember my guys were saying it's terrible and it was awful. And I did a live and I said, you guys, Russia's getting ready to hit the Ukraine. I was overwhelmed with grief.
Yes.
I hardly slept that night praying so hard.
Yes.
And then I'll get like a hit before the pandemic.
Yes.
And I did a show from Angel Heart and I said, we're getting ready to have a very nasty virus. Everybody will be wearing a mask. And then, they'll tell me stuff out of the blue. Like, why do I want to hear? Linda, don't eat that second chili jug. But I don't need to hear from you. I do not need to hear from you. So,
they do that same thing to me.
Okay. Sometimes they'll give us a little warning or tell us,
No, but not about the food.
Oh, okay. Maybe you should put some clothes on before you answer the door. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's how my double wide JCPenney's going here. You know what I'm saying?
That's helpful. Somebody's coming to the door. You may want to put something else on.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Don't talk to me about my food.
They really are respectful and it's not, Teresa Caputo, I don't think she really walks around with people talking to her all the time.
I don't think so.
Not that maybe that's what happens with her, but
right.
But I just don't. One time, let me give you one story. I was flying, I think it was American Airlines, and the stewardess came by, or like what's his face from Moonstruck said the waitresses were very nice. The stewardess came by and said, Miss Linda, is there anything else I can get you? And when I went up to look at her to say no, thank you, I saw this man standing next to her and I'm like, oh God. And he said, Linda, I'm her father. Could you please tell her sister's going to be okay? And I was like, wow, please, no, I don't want to do this. And she walked away and he's saying, please, he was begging me. Oh. So she comes back and I said, excuse me. She said, not another shot of whiskey. I said, no.
It was tequila.
She said, I said, I'm what they call a psychic medium. And I said, and while you were talking to me earlier, your dad was standing next to you. Now she was a young woman. So how was I to know her dad was dead?
Yeah, right.
I said, he wants you to know that your sister's going to be, tell you and your mom, your sister's going to be okay. And then I said it. And I looked right back down. I was reading something, right? So I looked down and she said, Miss Linda. And I said, yes. Waiting for the, and she said, you see the scarf around my neck? And I said, yeah. She said, that was my daddy's. And yes, we're very worried about my sister. My mom and I are very worried about my sister. Thank you so much for that message. She really appreciated it. And you know what was so cool? She took the message, gleeful that she had it. She didn't bug me. She didn't try to sit next to me and say, when did you get it? So what does my hand say? People will do that. Hold their hand out. What does my hand say? She left me alone, but she just acknowledged that this was true.
Nice. That's nice. And you gave the message and everybody was happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice. You're right. You don't want to open up that can of worms. You know what I mean? Like what's going to happen next?
Yeah. And sometimes people will just keep asking. You have to be careful about that too. Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have all that information. It's like, lady, he just told me this one message, that wasn't.
That's what he was saying. And he was begging me because I did did not want to say anything.
Now, why do you think that he knew you could get this message? I mean, do you feel like I forgot I had this on my head. Do we have like a light over our head or like, do we have like a pulsing thing?
Yeah, your aura, your light. I'm sure they know that he probably said, oh, she has the third eye. Mm-hmm. Right. She can tell my daughter what I need to tell her.
This one that's been drinking whiskey for an hour.
Who?
You said you were drinking whiskey.
I'm like, where's the party?
No, that's fantastic. I love it. I love that happened. You know that I don't know that that's really ever happened to me. You know what I mean? Like in that
You
way.
were walking along and all of a sudden you get a hit on something or somebody.
Yes, psychic hits. Yes. Like sometimes, especially when I see young people and I think, oh gosh, if they only knew this, they would probably really, really, really help them. You know what I mean? Like they're in a terrible relationship or they're going to miss this job opportunity, you know, like stuff like that. Like I really want to help them. Yeah. I typically don't. I don't walk around, you know,
ready to answer a question. Well, you know, Andre said, who's going to win, Argentina or France?
Yeah, you got that right.
And I just looked and I said, Argentina. You know, if you catch me in a good space, boom, I'll give you an answer. That's it.
Oh, I think you're always in a good space. You're freaking accurate. What are you talking about?
Well, not always. No. Like I swear I weigh 110 pounds, but that damn scale disappoints me every last time. Every last time. But it don't matter. I tell the DMV and the doctors, no need to weigh me. I weighed myself this morning, 110 pounds. And they keep their mouth shut too, because I'm a big woman. You know, you don't mess with me.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Oh my God. Yeah, no one's 100%. That's true. But Linda G is very, very accurate. So I just don't think you normally read on soccer. Like I was like, oh, Linda was reading on soccer. I didn't realize it was Andre that asked you. I'm like, why would she be reading on soccer? But I thought, well,
I don't watch soccer.
I know. I thought, well, maybe I don't know that about it.
I couldn't even tell you how the game is played. Yeah. But those are the better things to ask me. Something I have no clue about.
Yeah, that's true.
Ask me. Something I have no skin in the game.
Yeah. No emotions, don't care, right?
So the more quiet you can be in your mind, you know, that's the hard part about the Trump thing. We're so overwhelmed with all this information. It interrupts our abilities to just be in a quiet space and allow the information to come. So really
it's hard. It really is hard.
Oh, I am said, please watch an old black and white movie called an English movie called The Happy Family.
Oh,
I'll write that down.
Yeah.
The Happy Family in it.
That's awesome. Thank you, I am.
Happy Family. Here we go. And everybody, I just want you to know that I talked to Kirsten again. She's home. She has 2 drains. It's hardly leaking anymore.
Oh my gosh.
And they may do surgery within 4 weeks' time. They're not quite sure. But a friend of mine sent me an article about Jake Tapper's daughter. Did you see that?
No.
So she got sick like Kirsten. She got real sick. She goes in. They're like, you know, blah, 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 stomach flu, this or that. Kirsten thought she had food poisoning.
Oh my God.
So then Jake got a hold of the administrator of the hospital because she was just going downhill. She was turning green in her coloring. And they made him do an ultrasound and they found out her appendix had ruptured. She was toxic. That's what happened with Kirsten. It took this girl, she was way younger, you know, like 17, a long time to recover. But thank God they did surgery and cleaned her out. And so what they're going to do for Kirsten is they're going to let it, you know, calm down. And then they'll go in and maybe they'll do surgery, maybe not.
Oh my God. Well, thank God they figured that out. Now they can get her on antibiotics or whatever.
Yeah, and she's home too, you know, because the one thing about hospitals, as a nurse, I will tell you, you guys, we bug you. We wake you up at night. I know people are tired, except one guy. Years ago, I went in and woke him up 4 a.m. to do his blood pressure. And he looked up and he said, oh my God, I died and went to heaven. You must be an angel. Yes, I am your angel.
Oh my God.
But you know, people don't get sleep. You know, you need rest, but you don't get rest.
Yeah, there's no rest.
Because there's constant motion and doors clanging and people talking.
Gosh, well, I'm just glad she's at home, and I'm glad she's doing better. So, is there a link? Didn't you say you were raising some money for her?
Yes. There's a PayPal link. You want me to
On
send
the
it to you?
post? Yes.
Okay.
And it's on your post on your channel too, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
on
community
it, I
post?
think it's in my community part of my
Okay.
channel, on my
Okay.
thing, saying here's where you can. It's Third Eye Champagne. If you type that into PayPal, you'll find it.
Oh, okay, great. Third Eye with the
Another
number
time
3.
I was working night shift. We were getting ready. In fact, I never liked to work. I never worked a Deadhead concert because the acid was just unbelievable. These young kids, and they were vile and ugly. We'd have to 5-point restrain them, and then the parents come in the next morning, and they're very kind and nice. And I thought, oh, thank you for taking care of my son. I said, yeah, he's a demon from hell. Jesus. So I had this patient that was yelling, go some team. Okay. He's screaming. He's drunk. We put him in the drunk room. We 5-point restrained him. We got banana bags going, try to get his blood right. And he slept and slept, and he was very combative. So we were kind of nervous of him. So the chief of the ER and the interns, all the menses at that time, were doing rounds. So you got to get your last vittles before they come through with rounds. So I went over very quietly, hoping not to wake him up. And I'm doing, got my, dick in his blood pressure. And he kind of opened his eyes and looked at me, and he said, oh my God, you're beautiful. I took the stethoscope. I threw them on the ground, and I looked up at my doctor and I said, Dr. S., I demand that you remove this man out of the 5-point restraints immediately. Obviously, he is with it. Obviously, this man knows what he's doing. They all started laughing so hard.
It's marriage material. This man is marriage material.
It was perfect timing. I demand you remove this man out of his 5-point 5-point restraint immediately. Obviously, he's with it.
Yeah, obviously. He's perfectly fine. That's awesome. He's marriage material. Come on.
Oh, God, girl, those were good times. Good times in that year. Back in those days, girlfriend, my dance card was filled.
Was filled up.
Yeah. Back in those days, not anymore. I ain't looking, except Gerard. If Gerard decides to come by, I'm willing to help out any way possible.
Oh my God. Okay. Any way possible. Nice. Nice. You never know with you. He might come by.
Wouldn't that be something? Oh, listen, I talk the big talk, but let me tell you, if I actually ran into him, I would be all nervous and giggly. You guys were, hey, come on, Linda, where's that big mouth?
Oh, somebody has got to know somebody who knows Gerard. You guys got to hook her up.
That actor who was in the movie, what is his name? He's a tall, good-looking black guy. He was in, he's kind of got a gap between his teeth. Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going through the airport, to the first class section, of course. And because I always say, do you know who I am? And here behind me, up walks Lawrence Fishburne with another woman, I think that represented the airport. So they were just making sure that he had to lay his stuff down. And he looked at me and he smiled, and I said, hello. And then I was putting my stuff in. I said, look, you really don't have to follow me like this. You can just ask me for my autograph. I'll be happy to give it to you. He busted out laughing. I'm glad he did. And another time, our hospital was filming a movie, and Richard Gere was in it. And he's the nicest man, by the way. Oh, and I was walking up the stairwell. It was 3 a.m. We were filming, and I was walking up the stairwell. No, walking down. I just picked up some pizza they got for everybody. Of course, I had the pizza behind my back so nobody would know that my petite self eats pizza. And I'm walking down, and then, I'm trying to hold my stomach in and not pass gas. And I'm walking down, and then start a fire. because I have to put Vaseline between my legs so I can move faster. I'm walking down. Here comes Richard Gere, right?
Oh my God.
And I said, Richard, and I've got the Warner Brothers name tag. I'm sorry. I've been here since such and such time, and I thought we had a love scene. I've been waiting and waiting. I asked for a trailer. I don't get a trailer. Well, his manager was maybe just for, I guess he could hear me. So his manager starts running up like, who's this crazy woman? As soon as he came up, and I said, hi, Richard. I said, I'm a nurse from, the facility. And I just got to tell you, big fan. He said, okay. And I said, but by the way, what about that love scene? He said, Linda, I haven't seen it yet, but I'll check into it. I said, thank you very much. They really shouldn't treat me like, and the whole time I'm trying to hide that pizza behind my back.
Oh my God, that's awesome. What about the book you're writing? Are these things?
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm retiring from reading, is so I can finish. It's mostly done. And I was supposed to get it printed. And then I'm having some redones on it. And I've got a lot of help. So come January, the next couple of months, and then we'll print it. It should be good.
Oh my
I've done
God,
a lot of work on it.
Exciting. That's exciting.
So the book isn't for really like to make whoever's going to buy it will buy it. But I just wanted to help others. It's a little bit about me, but it's mostly about working in this realm, and it's
nice.
How beautiful it is, and how we as humans, it's sort of the same message other workers say, just get out of your own way.
God,
get out of your own way.
If only I knew how to do that.
So
trip over myself and fall down is what I do. That's exciting. So you think it'll be coming out like mid-year next year?
I think by spring, maybe even before we get up to Sedona.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had no idea it was that close.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I got a lot of people, thank you guys, because when I first started the YouTube, I noticed the first thing I said was, I'm writing a book. Well, that was 6 years ago? It's like The Nanny. I will love that show, The Nanny. And Mr. Sheffield finally told the nanny that he loved her. So she said, okay, everybody, they came back from a trip. She said, Mr. Sheffield has something to say. He said, I told Fran I loved her. And they're like, yeah, whatever. He said, I didn't take it back. Oh! Well, that's like with the book. I'm not going to take it back. When it's ready, it's ready.
It's ready. It's ready. And are you going to be doing signed copies? Because I need mine signed.
Who would want to sign a signature from me? Okay.
I want a signed copy. I'm sure. Watch this. Everybody in the chat
on and kiss it. I'll put a little lipstick, or I'll sit on it.
Maybe I should have exactly told you how I wanted it signed. I should have been more clear.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, probably for my peoples.
Yes, we want signed copies. See, everybody wants signed copies.
Send it out. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Y'all got to tell her how you want it signed. You might be surprised.
Yeah.
Never know how it's going to get signed.
We all want a signed copy. Oh, you guys are so cool. Like, I say it'll probably go down in price. You won't be able to sell it on the market. Like I've been booked forever and nobody cancels. I've been booked for this readings till the end of December for months, for a year. And I keep waiting for someone to cancel because I got a cancellation list. And nobody cancels. And so every once in a while I look at eBay, make sure somebody's not trying to sell it,
That's a good idea. Oh, no, sorry.
Well, actually, I have a friend who actually paid over $1,000 for Kirsten if I would do a reading for her and her best friend. I said, you got a deal.
Wow.
So in September, I'm going to do a reading for her and her best friend, and it's for Kirsten.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And she already paid Kirsten, so.
Oh, that's so nice. Wow.
Oh, thank you. Frida said she's so happy we didn't just do political reads. Yeah, it gets kind of boring. But I'll tell you guys, that's where the numbers come, is from the political readings. Sometimes I thought, let me just sit before the crowd and talk about universal consciousness and the way to well-being. Like, they're all like, nah, you got 12 views. Nobody cares about the way to well-being. Give us the gossip. Give us the juice.
We're good. We're good. My soul is good. I need to know what's going to happen with Trump. But it is true. It just goes to show you that we're still freaked out. You know what I mean?
Well,
we're still on the edge, I think.
When my guides told me I was going to do a YouTube channel, you probably heard this story till the cows come home, but when they said you're going to do a YouTube channel, and I initially protested, I said, what? Because I had been with Kirsten. I made her start reading because she came to see me at Angel Heart, and then she had me do her YouTube.
Okay.
And so then she did a lot of work. She did the lights and everything. And I thought, I won't want to go through all that. Hell no. So when my guide said, you're going to do a YouTube channel, I said, what? I don't want to get up and brush my hair. The next statement was, you will help calm them down.
Yes. And you have.
And, you know, as a Virgo, we like to make sure if you think I have something that will help people to be calmer, I'll do it.
That's how they get us to do things, Linda.
But the third thing they said is, if your ego gets involved, we will remove your gift.
Yeah, that's true.
I think so far I'm doing okay. Yeah. When I was younger, let me tell you, I would have been ego-based through the roof. And we all have egos. You can't help
we all have egos. Yes.
But, you know, you just got to get out of your own way. And the thing is, like, I hired Dan to go through my comments.
Yeah.
Because Mel, you know Mel, who I love. Yeah. Well, he gets butthurt. And he reads the comment. He hired Dan, and he still goes back and reads a comment. I said, Mel, let Dan handle it, because it upsets him, you know, and I'm kind of that way too. So what you do is you just, thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Martine. That's so sweet of you.
Martine, that's a beautiful name. I just say, you know, just let Dan handle it and just walk away. Don't even look at it.
Well, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm pretty good. I don't have somebody handling my comments. I'm pretty good, but like, I don't know, recently somebody said something, and then for like 2 days, I'm like, yeah, what another thing.
Yeah, but you know,
it gets in your mind.
That's the hard part to let go. You're always going to get someone that's unhappy. It doesn't matter what.
It's not good, because this is hard. What we all do here, right? We're human. We have an ego, but then we get rid of that when we do our readings. So our readings is not us, but the rest of it is us. So it's kind of hard to balance it out.
Yeah, and you know, I'll be 70 next year, so I'm ego-wise.
No, you will not. Don't
yes,
be lying to us. I know you're lying.
I was born in 1953, 110 pounds.
110 pounds when you were born.
That's what it says on my driver's license.
I don't believe you. No, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna flat out just
Google my name. You'll see I was born in 53.
What? You are gonna be 70? What? Okay.
So what helps with age is you get a really, you know, you should see me around here in the house. You know, you should see me bent over cleaning the tub naked. Looks like a couple of hound dogs standing in the tub. Like, where's those hound dogs? Oh, that's Linda.
Oh, Lord, girl. No, you look amazing. Jeez Louise, girl.
Thank you. Well, you know, my mom was very young looking. She died at 76, but she had beautiful skin. And my dad, the Irish, oh my God, my grandma, they all had really good skin, you know. I do Botox, I will tell you that, but that's about it.
Thank you, Kathy. Wow. No, you look 50. You look 40. I mean, you guys, honestly, what is she looks really, you look amazing, girlfriend.
Thank you, girlfriend. Thank you. Somebody just said, oh, thank you, Christy. Who was it? Lisa. She said, you haven't read my negative comments?
That's hilarious. That's funny.
So this is my, due to inflation, this is my ugly Christmas. Hey, Catherine, thank you.
Thank you, Catherine, dear. Yeah, it is just a number. You're right, Pamela. It is 70.
It's just a number. My heart's in the right place. Yeah. Jamie just said her mom's 79. You just got to keep up the youthful spirit, you know.
That's true, though. That is true. It's all about your heart. You know, if you have a youthful heart.
Yeah.
She should do stand up.
And my double D accessories.
the winch. Gasoline powered. That's why we need that Tesla battery action, y'all. We need can't kick the Kickstarter anymore. It's too hard. We need that lithium battery action.
Hey,
Somebody
Frida.
said you should do stand-up. I said she used to do stand-up. I wish you would do stand-up.
It was, you know what it was? It was some call it a pipe dream, but it was actually a bucket list. I always wanted to do stand-up. You know, just because people say you're funny in life doesn't mean you can do stand-up comedy.
It's a little different, huh?
And I had just had my double mastectomy, no hair, and a guy named Kabir Singh.
I like you had him on your channel.
Yeah, he's
funny.
the nicest guy, and he took me everywhere with him. I was one of his peoples, and we did the Hollywood place, we did the other cafe, Punchline, San Jose Improv.
Wow.
I mean, I was everywhere any comedian ever dreamed of. Tommy T's, I must have performed 10 times.
Oh my God.
But I did it for fun because it's a very ego-based thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I always sat in the audience to watch the show, and the rest of them were in the green room because they didn't want to watch others.
Oh.
It was weird. The dynamics are weird, but a lot of them are just wonderful people. And I laughed. I love to laugh.
I know, right? That's why I wanted to do this today, because I thought we need to laugh. We need to have fun.
Right. And I talked about my cancer, you know, because I'm older and these kids are young. And I was surprised I had some really good audiences. You know, I even said, you know, the doctor said, Miss Linda, we're going to remove your left breast, but don't worry. We'll give you a prosthetic, a fake one, to look like your right breast. I said, wait a second. You're going to cut off this breast and give me a fake one that hangs over my belly like this one? I don't think so. Take them both. So they're hanging in my backyard. I use them as wind farms. And then all my hair fell out.
Oh my God.
Then it started growing back a little fuzz, you know.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the pubes start growing like all the way down past my kneecaps. I had to braid them and put bells on the end so the birds didn't accidentally get stuck in them.
I'm dying. Okay, stop. I'm dying. Oh my God. Is that the Irish blood?
Oh, listen, my dad was an SOB.
I have Irish and I just want to know what it means.
My dad could be mean as can be. Thank you, Daniel. But I will tell you, my father was so funny. My parents, even though my dad could be so mean and you were afraid, but he could make us, we were a family of laughter. We always loved to laugh. Everybody loved to cut one in the dining room, you know, talking. And my grandma was funny. And, you know, my dad socially was lovely. It's just, you know, he had that anger thing going on. So.
Wow. So your whole family was a bunch of jokesters.
Yeah, we love to laugh. My sister, too. My sister's really funny. My sister is like my dad, a little bit dry sense of humor.
Yeah. Yes.
So. And my brother was a kick. He was always quick to grin and then drop the linen, he'd say to my girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
Couldn't take him anywhere.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Okay, sweetheart. I got to go. I got to head out to Marin County.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Bye, you guys. Thanks for coming. I hope I didn't overdo it. I hope you don't get banned.
Well, you know what? If I did, I'm going out on a high note. I'll say that.
All right, sweetheart.
Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you so much. You guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and solstice, and Kwanzaa, and everything. And happy indictments.
And how many people ended up being in here?
Can somebody tell us? Let's see, maybe I can tell us 1449, but I think at one point we had about 1,500.
Fantastic.
That is a record. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for the laugh. Thank you so much.
Oh, and not happy Passover. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Yes. Thank you, guys. Y'all take really good care.
Guys.
And Festivus. Yes.
Bye.
Thanks, Linda. Bye, everybody.